Welcome back to Freedom in Hours. Andy here again. Great to have you back with us today. So today's episode we're going to look at why do you need to have a mentor. You see, back 10 years ago when we were flat broke, not knowing what to do with our lives, we met our mentor John through a seminar that we were going to. And John helped to transform our life. You see, up until that stage, we'd been trying to find the right way to wealth. We'd done work, we'd done study, we'd been trying to do different things. But we never actually met someone that could take us to the next level. And through finding the right mentor, what they'll do is they'll challenge you, they'll guide you, they'll support you, and together you'll create a better financial and successful life. So in this video, we'll talk a bit more about the story about how I met John, about how a lot of changes mattered, about why you too should look for a mentor, what a mentor can do for you as well, and the different types of mentors to look for. You see, there's not only just one mentor as well. I have lots of family and friends that have supported me in my journey towards success. So what you can do is not only just look for a mentor as such, but look at people you can work with. Look at mind groups that you can create ideas with that can help you create the success you've always dreamed of. Anyway, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, let us know what you think about Freedom in Hours, and also if you've managed to find a mentor yourself. Anyway, let's jump into why should I find a mentor here at Freedom in Hours. Okay, so why do you need to find a mentor? Well, you see, back 10 years ago, around 10 years ago when I was struggling, I met my mentor John through a seminar. Now, why that was important is because at that stage, I'd been trying to find what the secret to success. You see, I've always been quite driven and quite focused, but I never actually had a plan. So I did in the past what a lot of people do now is I'll go and buy a business and, found a business which I bought. Or, I'm going to go and make some money and I'd throw some money in stock market investing. And I also was doing my job, so I never really sat down and thought about what was my plan towards success. Now, when I was at this seminar, I think it was an Anthony Robbins seminar, Date with Destiny, I think it was, from memory anyway. But I met John and I'd been spoken about how I'd been trying to become successful in different areas. Now, I remember John straight away challenged me. You said, okay, Andrew, when you're trying to be successful, why are you been trying to be successful? And I said to John, what do you mean why am I trying to be successful? John said, Andrew, number one, slow down. You need to think about why you're heading to where you're heading before you know what the destination is. And straight away I realized that John had this different way of thinking about the world, a different way of seeing things that I hadn't actually had before. You see, I'd read lots of books, been to lots of seminars, and it wasn't actually working for me. And I had all the knowledge, and I think a lot of you watching this video today as well, you probably do have a lot of the knowledge that you need. You can fine tune it. So, but sometimes you need to get outside yourself and look for different sources, different people that can challenge you, motivate you and guide you towards where you need to be. So the great thing with John is he said that to me, and from then on I said, John, you know what have you done in the past? And John told me a bit about his businesses, a bit about his investments, a bit about his story that he had. And John similarly had come from a place where he had nothing, built all himself through hard work, dedication and applying himself. So it was really, really exciting to hear that. So I sat down with John, we had lunch, and I said, John, I'm looking for a mentor. And John, being the smart guy that he was, he said, well, Andrew, why do you want to find a mentor again? And, guys, I smile now when I really do thank you, John, but it really does show that we need to think about everything we're doing. So John, from that moment on, kept on challenging my beliefs and my views about the world that I had. You see, I was very much focused on being successful, but I never actually thought what success would mean to me. Why was I doing it? How would it make me feel? Who the person I was going to be towards the end of it? And being where I am today, guys, to be honest, is a culmination of all that because I want to give back to the world. And part of me being successful is giving back to people and creating a life of difference. So when I realized that's what I wanted to do, then I started to base my investments on that. So, when I went to buy a business, I learned not only what buying a business was about, how to buy a business, but what the right business would fit for me, what the right business would do for me. And that all came from John challenging my beliefs about who I was and where I was going. So I talk about John because it's a large part of the journey I had today. So when you're looking for a mentor, I guess it's quite hard. You can't go to Yellow Pages and type in, find a mentor. It doesn't happen that way. But you need to go to places where people that you may work with can be. So I went to a seminar. It could be sports events, business associations, investment clubs. Mentors can be online. Mentors can be anyone that, basically doesn't necessarily have a similar view to you, but can help challenge you and guide you on your journey towards success. So why is a mentor important? Well, number one, you need to be outside of yourself. Number two, you need to be challenged. You need to be going outside of what you currently think and start to look for new ideas. Number three, they bring a different influx of views, ideas, point of views that you can do. Number four, they give you knowledge as well. They give you knowledge of mistakes they've made in the past. They can give you knowledge of things that they've done that you may not have done yourself. Number five, they can give you different bits of advice, different questions about what you can do and how you can do it. Number six, though, it is symbiotic. So what that means is you need to give to your mentor as much as they're giving to you. It's not a one-way street. So despite the fact that John had been a lot more successful at that time than me, oh, fuck me. Despite the fact that John had been much more successful at that point than me, I was able to give a lot more back to him in regards to giving him tips, giving him advice, challenging him as well about the way he saw the world. You see, John had, I guess, a very, very specific way of looking at things. Quite a reserved personality as well, whereas I'm quite, as you can see, energetic, upbeat, fired up. So I was able to give him a bit more of the fire in his life that he hasn't actually had himself, which I think really, really improved what he was doing. He was a bit more insular as well. I helped him become a lot more external as well, so he could become excited meeting people, he could see different things. So it works really, really well. So it needs to be a two-way street that you have. And mentors come and go as well. So you may have mentors come into your life that work really, really with you for a period of time. Some of them will be with you for the rest of your life, and it really does depend. So that's kind of what to look for in mentors. I guess secondly, where to find mentors. So as I said earlier, you go to personal development seminars online, through business groups, Facebook groups, LinkedIn. You can go to online seminars. You can go to different business courses, business events where you can meet different people. There's different places all over the world that you can go and see people all over. The third thing that the mentors work as well is remember your friends and family. Now, I've spoken in the past in videos about how they can work against you, but they can also work very, very well for you as well. If you're a supportive family and a supportive friendship group, they can help drive your success by giving you lots of positive feedback, by making you feel good, by challenging you and helping you to grow and to learn. So families can be a great part of it. Now, I'd also suggest getting a mentor in each different area. So, get a mentor maybe for business, get a mentor maybe for investing, get a mentor for personal development. Now, I cover a lot of areas of Freedom in Hours, so I try and be a mentor across different areas, but I've been working for so long on developing myself. So, if I'd say I'm a specialist, probably in motivating and inspiring people. That's what I do a lot. Then again, I've mentored people across businesses, investing, cryptocurrencies, personal development, psychology, sports psychology, all those different areas as well. So just shows what you can do when you start to develop your skills within mentoring. But also just go out there, find a mentor. Look at how you can also be a mentor for someone else as well. So you can be a mentor for young people, for example, and really start to look at how you can give back to the community. And again, that's why I love doing Freedom in Hours. John, all those years ago, when he became my mentor, said, Andrew, I'm going to help you on the journey, but as part of that, when you learn all this, I want you to give back. And today, thanks, John. I know you watch my YouTube videos. Thank you for giving back to me. Thank you for helping me on the journey. And I'm glad now I can take a lot of the success you've taught me and give to other people. So anyway, make sure you let me know if you've got a mentor. If you need help in finding one, I can connect you to other people that I know. Also, make sure you watch my other videos on here. But again, really excited to be reviewing and sharing this video with you today. Anyway, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. And thanks for joining us here at Freedom in Hours.